After some afternoon and evening storms rolled through portions of the CSRA, we're waking up on your Saturday morning clear on live Viper 6 radar. Heading toward 8 a.m. temperatures in the mid-70s with a mix of sun and clouds. Your full forecast ahead.
Now on Good Morning Augusta, 2 more people accused in the death of a Richmond County deputy. Find out what other person is still on the loose. And the peach blossom is in full bloom where you can go to celebrate the beloved fruit straight ahead as your Good Morning Augusta starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6. Good Morning Augusta.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us for this Saturday edition of Good Morning Augusta. I'm Ashley Doss in for Ashley Campbell.
And I'm Katie Reagan. So do you have any weekend plans coming up?
Well, Katie, you know, that's all really dependent on the weather right now. I know the Peach Blossom Festival is here, but I'm really, after those weekend showers, just looking forward to just relaxing, laying out by the pool, because we've had a lot of breaking news this week. So I'm ready to just kind of relax from it all.
Yeah, it has been a long week, and the good news for you and for others who have plans outside is that mostly in the afternoon, evening, that's our time frame for storms, and they will be isolated. So look out the window right now, our Jiffy Lube Skyview network camera overlooking Doctors Hospital and showing you this view because there are locations out there of patchy, dense fog. So if you're heading out primarily along a line from Augusta through Aiken, mostly north of that line, be careful out there because there is some patchy, dense fog. Temperatures right now, nice and warm, 73 out of Augusta Daniel Field, out of Augusta Bushfield, 73 as well, New Ellington, 71, Aiken, 68, and North Augusta at 67. Again, mostly north of Augusta and extending into Aiken County, Edgefield, and even Saluda County, some patchy dense fog should be dissipating as we head into the later morning hours as we get some heating from the sunlight. And your hourly forecast by 9 a.m., upper 70s by noon, nearing 90 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds, and we'll be watching for, once again, the development of isolated afternoon and evening showers and storms. Those could be starting up mid-afternoon and lasting into the later evening hours. So actually not bad, but just keep in mind some of you guys who are out and about today could be dodging some showers and storms. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Katie. Now on Good Morning Augusta, we begin with new developments of a Richmond County deputy. He was shot and killed this past week, and you may remember Deputy Gregory Cook was shot and killed on Thursday. Now 2 more suspects are in jail in connection to the incident, but one other person is still on the loose. Now the sheriff's office says 17-year-old Nikayla Reeves and 17-year-old Demarius Saquon Hunter helped the shooter flee the scene, and they were arrested on Friday afternoon and taken to the Richmond County Detention Center. And meanwhile, Naquan O'Neal Robinson is wanted in connection to the shooting, and if you know where he is, you're encouraged to call the police. Now the family of Deputy Cook is talking about the kind of man that he was. He was from Virginia, and some of his family members still live there. Now his daughter Denise Coleman spoke with the ABC affiliate WVEC in Hampton, and Mike Miller has the story.
The family of Richmond County Deputy Gregory Cook says he was a loving father with a passion for helping those in need. Obviously, that passion shines through in his decision to put on the badge each and every day.
I just don't understand that, you know, the suspects are young, and you know he's out there trying to save people. And from all the stories that we heard, I just don't understand like how that could happen and no one there to, you know, call and wait so long for the ambulance to get there.
Deputy Cook has a grandkid on the way as his daughter Denise Coleman is pregnant. Cook's ex-mother-in-law also speaking about him, saying she's trying to make sense of it all.
The 2 boys jumped him, they shot him, and he died on the operating table. Now I don't know, I'm not in Georgia, but that's the information I received from his wife.
The family saw Cook just weeks ago during a wedding in Virginia. His family says he recently spoke about trying to help out the youth in the area.
Young men need construction, need support. They need support today in time because they don't have any. A lot of young men don't have fathers at home. So if he can help them and help them mature as young men with an education, then he's there for them.
With 2 teens now behind bars, Cook's family just hoping for resolution to their father's death.
No, I just want them to find the right people, not just a lot of different suspects.
News Channel 6 has also learned that one of these suspects, 17-year-old Naeem Caldwell, was arrested in April in Burke County. A booking report lists several charges, including stealing a car and having a gun while underage. Now, a man accused in an Aiken murder is in jail in DeKalb County, Georgia. Tobias Thomas is charged with shooting and killing Khalil Bey. The 19-year-old was shot and found in Brant Court back in May, and Thomas was arrested at a relative's home in Decatur Thursday. Now, investigators say a Crime Stopper tip led to the arrest. And an Augusta mother connected to her daughter's homicide will remain in jail. Tanya Tripp was denied bond Friday morning, and Tripp's husband, Leon Tripp, is accused of kidnapping LaTanya Carwell back in April. Now, the district attorney says he provided a statement saying the 16-year-old is not alive. Now, investigators believe the couple worked together.
They were in regular contact via cell phone records for an extended amount of time prior to Mr. Tripp's arrest. Which led us to believe that Ms. Tripp is obviously working in Mr. Tripp.
Now, District Attorney Natalie Payne gave 3 reasons to deny that bond. She says Tanya Tripp could tamper with evidence, fail to appear in court, and there were also some concerns about her contacting her 7-year-old daughter, who is also living with other relatives. Now, a former Richmond County Deputy Court Clerk admits to stealing more than $1,100 from the Magistrate Court office. Estella Figueroa was in court Thursday. The 47-year-old admits to taking about $1,000, last year, and the former city employee says she can pay back $500 of the stolen cash. Now, the judge also ordered her to pay the rest in the next 90 days. She's now sentenced to 2 years in prison. And a South Carolina congressman may have been a target of the man who opened fire at a baseball practice. It happened Wednesday as Republican members of Congress prepped for their annual game against the Democrats. Now, that is when James Hoskinson started shooting and injured several people, including Louisiana Representative Steve Scalise. Officers then shot and killed the gunman, and Congressman Jeff Duncan, who represents South Carolina's 3rd District, which includes parts of the CSRA. Now, the FBA says Hodgkinson had a list of Republican names in his pocket, and Duncan's name was on it. And 2 escaped Georgia inmates who were recaptured in Tennessee were in court this week. Donnie Rome and Ricky DuBose were both waived extradition hearings. They had been on the run since Tuesday, and investigators say they killed 2 correction officers in Putnam County and escaped from a prisoner bus. Now, they were arrested Thursday night near Shelbyville, Tennessee, and there's no word on when they might be brought back to Georgia.
The burden of danger is off, and that is the greatest relief we have.
Now, the GBI says it's still deciding on how to disperse that reward money. And 2 big hospital systems in South Carolina are merging. The Palmetto Health and Greenville Health System made the announcement on Thursday. Together, it will contain 13 hospitals and about 28,000 employees, which will make it the largest private employer in the Palmetto State. Now, there is no word yet on the name, but the 2 will officially become one in January of 2018. And speaking of South Carolina, school buses will not be replaced if lawmakers can't decide on how to pay for replacements. Governor Henry McMaster vetoed a bill to fund the new buses through money generated by the lottery fund. Now, while McMaster knows the state needs new transportation, he says the lottery was intended to pay for scholarships.
And we have a big need for scholarship money. We don't need to be nipping away at the scholarship money for other things, but we do that every time we have a money source coming in.
Now, according to a report released last year, replacing 380 school buses a year will cost about $34 million. And Central Avenue was back open to traffic. You may remember it being closed near the intersection in Meg Street on May 25th when a large sinkhole opened up and swallowed a garbage truck. Since then, city crews have worked to repair the hole and make sure that no other sinkholes open up. Now, Friday, the city announced repairs were complete and the road is back open. And the 47th Annual Ridge Peach Festival is happening in Trenton, South Carolina this weekend. The event will have local entertainment, a softball tournament, and of course, lots of peaches. Now, the day is a chance for the town to celebrate all of the farmers' hard work.
A little recognition, so we know where the Peach Festival is. It's one of the longest running ones in the state.
And those festivities will start at 9 this morning, and the parade will begin at 10:30. All right, coming up next on Good Morning Augusta, new additions at Riverside Village in North Augusta. What the added space will be used for straight ahead. But first, let's check back in with Katie over in our forecast center.
Well, pollen levels over the next 5 days or so staying in the low, even down toward very low ranges, all thanks to rainfall. A look at the rain chances from today through Wednesday coming up when I look at the forecast. That full forecast is just ahead.